Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Fanatic Rundown. Well, the Oilers are up to a dozen. 12 straight victories. They tie the Canadian franchise record set by the Montreal Canadiens in 1967 1968 with 12 straight wins. So they are one win away from holding at least a Canadian NHL record. I believe I heard on the broadcast that the NHL record overall is 17 straight wins, I believe, which was set by the Pittsburgh Penguins in the 90s. Can't remember the exact year, or maybe it was the early 2000s. Anyway, it's held by the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I believe it's 17 straight wins. I'll have to check my numbers on that. Sorry, I didn't have that written down, but if someone knows it, they can throw it up in the chat there. But I believe it is 17 straight wins for the NHL record. But the Oilers have now officially tied the Canadian NHL record for consecutive wins in a row. So an absolutely amazing achievement. As Patrick O'Connor points out in the chat, just behind the LA Kings, the Oilers are closing ground here. And they do it with another 4-2 victory tonight over the Seattle Kraken. And this was once again another game where the Oilers had to come from behind, but they get the job done. After an opening 20 minutes that left a lot to be desired, AJ pointing out the Penguins 17 wins in 92-93. So thank you, AJ. That's your NHL record right there. Like I said, though, the Oilers were doing a terrible job in the first period. Defensive breakdowns all over the place. They did generate a few good things, but ultimately the Kraken receiving 3 breakaways in the first period. Eli Tolvanen, Jared McCann score on 2 of them, and it's 2-0 Kraken right away and into the second period. In the second period, thankfully, the Edmonton Oilers woke back up, played some of that hockey that got them on this 12-game winning streak. It seems whenever the Oilers do ever get off to a bad start, those intermissions really do help. I think Chris Knobloch, Paul Coffey, Glenn Gultz, and Mark Stewart can get the guys together. They seem to be able to come back stronger that next period. Some teams you can have that game where you just can never seem to get it going, but the Oilers do find a way to get it going tonight once again, and it's part of the reason they're on this 12-game winning streak. Even when they have bad starts, they can turn it around, and tonight was obviously no different. In a 7-minute span, Warren Foegele picks up his 8th and 9th of the year, and Leon Draisaitl his 22nd of the year. As like I said, the Oilers score 3 goals in just over 7 minutes, I believe it was. Leon Draisaitl on the power play. Draisaitl is in on all 3 of those goals, 2 assists and the goal. Warren Foegele, 2 goals. Doesn't ultimately get that hat trick, so unfortunate. Warren Foegele's brother and a few other players' siblings were in the game tonight. I believe they're going to the Calgary game as well, so unfortunate that Warren Foegele couldn't get the hat trick for his brother, but does put on a hell of a performance. That gave the Oilers the 3-2 lead that 7-minute span, and then in the third period, after a major to Mattias Ekholm major for a hit on Mattias Ekholm to Yanni Gourde of the Seattle Kraken, Zach Hyman on the power play finished it off to give the Oilers the 4-2 victory. Connor McDavid keeps his point streak alive, 12 straight games. Draisaitl assisting on Zach Hyman's goal as well, so a 4-point night for Draisaitl. Definitely the first star tonight. A couple other notes to mention here. Evander Kane picking up 600 career points. Evander Kane was questionable for tonight's game. Jim Matheson was reporting that he was having some hand issues, and I know a few people were posting on X before the game when Evander Kane was walking out from the tunnel. He looked like he was walking a little gingerly, so Evander Kane might have a few things going on there, but he does play tonight and picks up his 600th career point, so congratulations to Evander Kane there. And speaking of 600, Darnell Nurse playing his 600th game tonight, so congrats to Darnell and Evander on reaching those achievements, but obviously the big achievement for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, 12 straight wins, moving up the standings, setting a Canadian NHL record tonight. So what more can you say about it, guys? Simon Wood asking for thoughts on Foegele. I was just mentioning him a couple minutes ago. 2 goals tonight. Like I said, unfortunately, he couldn't get the hat trick, but an excellent performance tonight. I think Draisaitl gets that first star with the 4-point night, but he definitely helped turn this game around. I think Warren Fogel's the second star there. Skinner with some big saves again tonight. He just keeps his strong play going. Zach Hyman, he's obviously been on fire. Scored a goal that didn't get called back tonight, so that was extremely helpful. But everything's going the Oilers' way right now. Early in the season, they weren't getting those breaks, but tonight they get those breaks. AJ mentioning it there in the chat as well. It just seemed like everything was against the Oilers at the start of the year, and then since basically the end of December and bringing in Chris Knobloch and Paul Coffey, it has made all the difference. The Oilers, a 12-game winning streak. Before that, an 8-game winning streak. They're putting huge chunks of games together, getting the results they need, finding ways to win. Like we said, once again, they fell behind tonight, but went into the intermission, talked it out, came back, revised their game plan, got back to it, and found a way to play a strong 40 minutes and take this hockey game tonight. So let's hope the boys can keep it going. I will be at the next game in Calgary with Tyson, driving down on Saturday morning to check out the game on Hockey Night in Canada, 8 o'clock on Saturday night, where the Oilers, with a win, can officially set the NHL Canadian wins record. So, like I said, let's just hope the boys can keep it going. One other note I wanted to mention on the broadcast here tonight, Oilers goalie Ryan Fanti, he's been on injured reserve since the beginning of training camp. He was officially activated tonight and assigned to the minors. Not sure if he's going to play in Bakersfield or Fort Wayne. Obviously, the Condors have Jack Campbell and Olivier Rodrigue there, so I imagine he's going to get sent to Fort Wayne. But good to see Ryan Fanti back in the mix there finally for the Oilers. So other than that, guys, not too much else going on, news to report. So I'll probably give you an update tomorrow night if we hear any new rumors or something happens. A goaltender to watch that is on waivers is Spencer Martin with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's not having the greatest year. I think he's got an .887 save percentage, goals against a little bit over 3. So don't know if for sure he'll get claimed, but he was a pretty hot prospect with the Vancouver Canucks. I know a lot of teams were interested in him when the Columbus Blue Jackets grabbed him. So we know there's a lot of teams looking for goaltending. He's making the league minimum. He might be somebody that someone takes a chance on. I don't think it'll be the Oilers, but we'll see what happens there. Something to keep an eye on anyway. So 12 wins in a row, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Think they'll hit 13? Let me know in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.